Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League Remix, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz on team number 3 from my top 3 best Great League Remix teams. And it is a very powerful team for the Great League Remix, guys. Mandibuzz is an absolute powerhouse in this meta. You just really want to have some nice coverage for Registeel, as Mandibuzz does have a tendency to struggle with the big tin can man known as Registeel, but otherwise it has dominant matchups across the board. So our first layer of protection from the tin can man will be Vigoroth on the safe swap, one of the best and most reliable safe swaps in the Great League Remix. Vigoroth, with that body slam spam, can really dish out the damage and put the pressure on your opponents on the safe swap, along with Whiscash in the back to close the game strong. Whiscash is a solid pick for the Great League Remix. It can really handle Registeel and Alolan Marowak. So Whiscash is quite valuable in the back on team number 3 from my top 3 best Great League Remix teams. And with the nuke potential of Blizzard, it can definitely close the game strong in many circumstances. But without further ado, before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with a couple of bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun, and here we go. Picking up a solid lead, they make an aggressive play into a Registeel, and it is Whiscash time in the Great League Remix, guys. This is why we've got Whiscash on team number 3 for the tin can man known as Registeel. And Whiscash is quite bulky. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Whiscash, it can tank some damage, especially if it's resisted damage like the Zap Cannon from the Registeel. I'm not sure if that's if that is the play. I think you just definitely go with the Focus Blast on Whiscash. Not worth it to try and get off that debuff because it is still a losing matchup for Registeel. Whiscash is one of the hardest checks to Registeel in this meta, and it shows right there as we flip switch advantage with our Whiscash. They bring in a Whiscash of their own. Now we have been debuffed, and shields are still up, so we are just going to spam this opposing Whiscash with as many mud bombs as we can possibly get to. As with mostly all Mudshot users, a lot of battlers love to overload just because Mudshot generates energy so fast. It's hard not to try and overload and conserve some energy. But we are really putting the pressure on, and it shows, guys, as they dump all that energy that they overloaded on Whiscash. Too tanky for that, so they did finally take us out. And we come in with Vigoroth because Mandibuzz has a very dominant matchup against Alolan Marowak as they try to catch the resisted damage on their AWAC, guys. We were fully anticipating that as the switch timers were definitely up, so we held on to that energy. And it is Mandibuzz time yet again, guys. And you always have to be concerned with the big Fire Blast, but as we can see, this Alolan Marowak is definitely not running Fire Blast, so we have nothing to be concerned about here in this matchup. It is about as dominant as it could possibly get with Mandibuzz and Alolan Marowak, which is why we are leading with it on team number 3 as we say bye-bye to the Alolan Marowak. They come back in with that Whiscash, and they go for the Blizzard, but they undercharge it. What the heck? I guess they're really trying to give themselves a shot, guys, but it is just about lights out. We can basically counter down this Whiscash as they have yet to use a shield on their end as we say bye-bye to the tanky catfish in the Great League Remix. Vigoroth closing it strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. Team number 3 handles Registeel just about as good as you can in the Great League Remix. So if you're tired of seeing Registeel, you might want to give this team a shot. And here we go, picking up a Mandibuzz on the lead, running Air Slash. So not as good for us, of course, as we are running Snarl and they are resisting our fast move pressure while doing neutral damage to us. But the way I like to play opposing Mandibuzzes is I like to get it to right around 50% health before making a play into Vigoroth. As we know, Mandibuzz is about as tanky as a Pokemon gets, so getting it within a manageable health range is crucial as you're safe swapping into Vigoroth, because once it's there, you can body slam spam it right off the screen, but they do catch. This is beautiful. We're fine with this catch because we've got an amazing answer to this Unova Stunfisk. They caught the resisted damage there, but they're going to be catching some super effective damage courtesy of our Whiscash, guys. And we don't have to shield anything from this Unova Stunfisk, as Whiscash is quite bulky. And they can just go for as many of these mud bombs as they want. It's not going to work out for them because our mud bombs hit them for super effective. We're just going to overload a little bit. We want to be relatively close to a blizzard because we are expecting that Mandibuzz to come back in. So we say bye-bye to the Ufisk, and they do come back in with the Mandibuzz. So we're going for this blizzard, guys. They do get to a move, and I'm thinking we are just tanky enough to hang on. Holy smokes, Whiscash coming in clutch with that bulk. As we do get to the blizzard, this will either take out the Mandibuzz or grab a shield, and it KOs the Mandibuzz. Whiscash putting in the work in the Great League Remix. You love to see it. As they have a Registeel in the back, and it's Vigoroth time in the Great League Remix, guys. This is very close in the 2-shield. Registeel actually does still win it. You do have to successfully bait 2 times to pull it off. But we do have a very healthy Mandibuzz in the back. So I'm thinking if we can get this thing low and grab both of those shields on the way, we'll be doing okay with our Mandibuzz, because Mandibuzz can comfortably tank one of any move that Registeel will throw at it. And we do grab both of those shields. So we will match that shield there and just try and chip as much health as possible. We want to try and at least get it within foul play range, and it's definitely there now. So this body slam is just icing on the cake. Although resisted, Vigoroth hits pretty hard, and it gets the Reggie pretty low as they get to a Focus Blast. But it's just about lights out, guys. This Registeel is just about done. A couple of Snarls will do the trick as we say bye-bye to the Tin Can Man yet again in the Great League Remix. Man, guys, team number 3 was amazing. To start things off right with a couple of fun bonus battles as we move into the featured set of the video. We are met with a Pidgeot on the lead. Pretty neutral lead. Both of our Pokemon can do okay against Pidgeot, but Mandibuzz is actually definitely our strongest answer to it, so we'll stay right here. We know that we can tank a Brave Bird because we are pretty bulky, and we're just going to try and get off as many foul plays as we can before they get to a move. And this could be the Brave Bird. We do survive, so what we want to do here is get to a couple of foul plays. We do throw just shy of the back-to-back, but I'm thinking we're bulky enough to get to one more, but no! That Gust, oh my goodness, that Gust with Stab is too OP, guys. We couldn't quite make it to the second foul play. We are not looking to tank a potential Brave Bird on our Vigoroth, so we do shield out of caution as we look to farm down. So we have had our attack lowered by 2 stages, so we're going to swap out to clear that debuff into the Whiscash mirror matchup. And I do imagine they look to go for a Blizzard, but we are pretty bulky, as I've mentioned, guys. We tank that Blizzard pretty comfortably, I must say. And we're going to go for a Blizzard of our own. If they want to go completely down on shields, that's fine. But no, they do tank it as well. And they're going to look to take us out with a Mud Bomb. It's not going to quite KO. Or it does KO. Oh, excuse me. It does KO. Wow. So this Whiscash must be pretty attack weighted. I know that a PvP optimized Whiscash that we would have held on a little bit longer than that, but that is okay. We do counter it down with our Vigoroth, and they've got a Kanto Ninetales in the back running Fire Spin. So we are going for the super effective Bulldoze, and they let it go, probably expecting a Body Slam bait. Oh, that worked out beautifully, guys. So we're going to have to shield up the Weather Ball, and we're hoping that 4 counters will take this thing out. And it does! Vigoroth countering down the Kanto Ninetales. Vigoroth, one of my favorite Pokemon in the Great League Remix. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Team number 3 for my top 3 best Great League Remix teams was really racking up the wins in the Great League Remix, guys, as we are met with a Golbat on the lead. Pretty neutral lead. Mandibuzz is our best answer to this Golbat, and they make an aggressive play into a Wigglytuff. Kind of threw me off a little bit, so we were a bit slow on the swap, but that's okay. We come in with our Whiscash. Whiscash is about as spammy as a Pokemon gets. We can definitely keep up with the pace and make up for the slow swap. We do bait with a Mud Bomb there, and we do go for the Blizzard here. A lot of battlers will 2-shield their Charmer, so if they want to do that, that's fine. But no, they let that big Blizzard go through, probably expecting another bait. We had to play that perfectly. And switch advantage is kind of important here, so we will match that shield to preserve our switch advantage, as we really would like to have our Mandibuzz aligned to the Golbat. And they do come back in with the Golbat, and it is Mandibuzz time yet again. We had loaded energy. We held on to our energy. I do imagine they tried to catch some resisted damage on their fairy, but we held on yet again. That comes with experience, knowing when to hold on to your energy. But it is quite valuable once you get the hang of it. And they just go straight Poison Fang in this matchup, guys, as of course the Shadow Ball would be resisted with our Dark typing. And as you can see, Mandibuzz with its bulk, guys, can withstand these debuffs like you wouldn't believe, as we look to make it to another foul play to take out the Golbat. Mandibuzz, oh man, I'm telling you, it's so strong in this meta, guys. And they've got a Mandibuzz of their own, so it's Vigoroth time, guys, and it's running Air Slash. I will say on a quick side note, guys, if you want to run Mandibuzz in this meta, I do not recommend Air Slash. There aren't too many fighters or dark types in this meta, so you really don't need Air Slash. The energy generation of Snarl and being able to dish out super effective fast move pressure to the strong ghost types far outweighs having Air Slash. But I digress. Vigoroth is doing what it does best, and that is its patented Body Slam spam, guys. Vigoroth putting in the work on this Mandibuzz here. We do grab that last shield as we go for another Body Slam, and it is lights out for our opponent. We did still have a shield. They needed 2 charge moves to take us out. It was not going to happen. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh no, Vigoroth closing the game strong. So many people sleep on Vigoroth. I don't know why, guys. It is amazing in both the Great League and in the Great League Remix. One of my favorites. And here we go, picking up a super solid lead in Alolan Marowak. The question is it running Fire Blast? And it looks like that the answer to that question is no, as they go for the Shadow Bone to chip us before making a play into Mandibuzz. So, like I mentioned before, the way I like to play the Mandibuzz mirror is I will chip it down to about 50% health before making a play into Vigoroth. That makes it much more manageable for Vigoroth, as Vigoroth can do neutral damage with those counters and hit hard with those body slams. So the tricky part about that is a lot of seasoned players who play Mandibuzz will overload on energy. So this Mandibuzz does still have some residual energy, but we will just look to CMP lock them to each body slam. That just means that you CMP tie them to every one of their charge moves while maximizing your energy management in the process. So we're just going to overload here a little bit, let them throw. It's not going to take us out. Mandibuzz does not hit particularly hard. Its redeeming quality is absolutely its bulk. As they try to catch some more resisted damage, guys, we're not letting that happen. They're not catching a body slam. They're catching a bulldoze on that Marowak. Oh, and that does big damage to the Alolan Marowak. We're going to let Vigoroth go here. That is quite all right. He did its job. Put in the work in the Great League Remix. You'd love to see it. So we're just going to come in with Mandibuzz. Knowing that it's not running Fire Blast, we're going to look to farm it all the way down. This is another strong case to be made for Snarl in the Great League Remix. That's why, right there, guys. And they do come back in with their own Mandibuzz. There's no way that we're farming that thing down, so we're just going to get rid of it with an Aerial Ace. And they've got a Whiscash left in the back. So we have a little fun here with this Whiscash, guys. We know that they need to Blizzard us to take us out. Mud Bombs, even at this health range, is not going to cut it, I'm telling you guys. It's double resisted with our flying typing. They have to Blizzard us. So we're staying right here, guys. We're going to terrorize this tanky catfish here staring at us on the other end. We're not shielding anything from this Whiscash. We are going to dare them to Blizzard us. They have to Blizzard us. They're not taking us out with Mud Bombs. Not going to happen. As we spam them endlessly with these foul plays, we're going to look to get to another foul play. And this is not going to KO. This is a Mud Bomb. They have to Blizzard us. Sir, you're going to have to Blizzard us. Not going to happen. We're going for another foul play. This is insane, guys. Mandibuzz toying with its food, as many vultures do, I would imagine. So we do grab that last shield as we make a play into our own Whiscash to finish the job. Tanking the Blizzard. We tank those all day as we look to get to a Mud Bomb to end the torment of this poor Whiscash on the other end as we say bye-bye to the tanky catfish. Whiscash, 2 shield flexing in the Great League Remix to finish the game strong. You'd love to see it. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. So as you can see, guys, team number 3 from my top 3 best Great League Remix teams is quite dominant. And we are met with a Whiscash on the lead. So again, Whiscash on the lead, unlike that last battle, is a little bit trickier because in that battle, in the lead, the mindset here for Whiscash is they have nothing to lose by going for the Blizzard. Because it's a fresh battle. So we do shield up the first Blizzard. We do know that we are going to have to tank 1 Blizzard, and we can. So we were thinking that they would go for it right off the bat, and they did, as we look to go for the foul plays on the Whiscash. And Mandibuzz putting in the work. We know that they're going to get to another Blizzard, and we don't intend on shielding the next Blizzard. It's not going to KO. It'll get us into the low yellow, and that is more than enough health for Mandibuzz to still put in some work here, guys. And we will look to go for another foul play. If they want to go completely down on shields, that is quite fine with us. But if they shield it, we're going to go into Vigoroth here. We do have a shield advantage now. And this is just a Mud Bomb as they are energy dry. So we will tank the Mud Bomb, no problem. We tank that, no problem on our Vigoroth as we look to counter down. We now have an energy advantage and a shield advantage for whatever they decide to bring in onto us. They've got a Licky Tongue, so this will do just fine for our Vigoroth, guys. We, of course, are doing super effective damage with our counters while double resisting their fast mid pressure from those licks. And these body slams hit a little bit different coming from Vigoroth, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And we will tank their body slam. Of course, doesn't hit nearly as hard as our body slam, as Vigoroth hits like a truck. And I don't think that we will be able to counter down before they get to another move, so we will throw here to take out the Licky Tongue, and we will see what else they have left in the back. Oh, and it's a Registeel. It's lights out, guys. Holy smokes. GG's, trainer. Thank you so much for the battle. Whiscash was gonna absolutely dominate that Registeel. That's gonna be yet another good game. Well played. Nothing but pure domination from team number 3, from my top 3 best Great League Remix teams. You love to see it, guys. And here we go, picking up a positive lead, and Mew as they make a play into a Vigoroth. So what we're going to do is chip this Vigoroth before we come in with our own. Generally, you don't want to have to bring in your own Vigoroth, but I'm thinking if we can not let a counter through, but they do sneak through the counter, so... it's tricky. We are going to have to shield because they did sneak through that counter. We're not going to be able to counter down completely, but that's okay. We will shield once and farm all the way down. Vigoroth with loaded energy is quite dangerous in the Great League Remix, or any meta for that matter. Vigoroth with that body slam spam is insane, guys, and they come in with a Whiscash, so we do have 2 body slams locked and loaded for this Whiscash, but Whiscash is quite bulky and can tank the body slams pretty well. So we're just going to chip away at this Whiscash with as many body slams as we can possibly get to. We don't intend on shielding anything from the Whiscash. We do tank a Mud Bomb from this health range, and I think we'll hang on long enough to get to another body slam to really put the pressure on this opposing Whiscash. They do still have a shield, but I don't see them shielding. I think that they will want to preserve a shield for their Mew, and they do. Gets the Whiscash pretty low. We do come in with our own Whiscash, as Mandibuzz is our best answer to the Mew in the back. And we will tank everything because most Mews are running the conventional Surf Wild Charge moveset. So we will want to be able to shield up at least one Wild Charge if it comes down to that with the Mew. As we look to get rid of the opposing Whiscash, Mud Bomb will be more than enough to send it packing as we say bye-bye to the Whiscash. And right here, guys, I think we made a terrible misplay. All they have left is that Mew. We stay in with our Whiscash to chip away, but that is not the play, guys. We misplayed this. This is a misplay. We should be going immediately into our Mandibuzz because by staying in, this Mew does not have to shield our moves because Whiscash does not hit hard, and we allow the Mew to overload on energy, guys. So big misplay, and I think it'll come back to bite us in the end because this Mew already had 1 Wild Charge loaded, and we did not have enough energy, and we don't get to the foul play fast enough. So that slight misplay is going to do us in, guys, as they do have back-to-back Wild Charges. We zigged when we should have zagged, and that spelled out disaster for us in the end, guys. That is unfortunate. But you learn. I now know that we will never, ever let that happen again if we are met with a Mew in the Great League Remix. You can't win them all. What's most important is that you learn from those mistakes. So good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, my friends. Yeah, that last one was definitely winnable. Just zigged when we should have zagged, but that's okay, guys. Like I said, you can't win them all. Team number 3 is just a powerhouse in the meta, as we saw in many of those battles. Could have been a 5-0 with team number 3, but that is okay, guys. Hopefully you learn from it as well. So yeah, team number 3, very powerful team. A great team to climb with for those of you that have goals this season, in Season 11 of Pokemon Go Battle League. Mandibuzz is a very powerful lead. You just really want to have some solid answers to Registeel, as Mandibuzz does struggle against Registeel in this meta. And we have the perfect answers to Registeel in the back between Vigoroth and Whiscash. Spells out a recipe for much success in the Great League Remix. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.